Good morning, people. Or good evening, or good night. Well, you guys wanted it. You got it. You asked for more of the spooky scares. I don't know what we name it, cause I don't have a catchy name for it. But still, you guys supported the first one, and I thank you for that. I now bring you the second one, the second part of the. I'm not the second part, but the second episode. I think. Let's. I forgot to say what. This first video is called Alice in Dreams. Anyways, yes, just moved that a little bit. 15 seconds. So let's just watch. I have to do some pause. Yeah, now you can hear me better. Anyways, let's continue. Blast the volume up. Yeah. Lobotomy. Okay. Lobotomia. I. Something. That gave me a little scare, but okay. Oh, where's the controller before I... Do not turn off. Eh. Oh. Are you guys still here? I need to continue. I just got off. Oh, and kids, watch at your own will, cause I'm not trying to get cancelled here. If you're gonna report this video, if you're gonna report it, you, and I will terminate you. Anyways, let's get back. Why is his mouth move? Why are the eyes everywhere? Why are the eyes everywhere? What is this? Ah, this thing looks weird. Oh. No, I can't finish this. I can't finish that. This thing's too much for me. And the guy's he's a demon. The guy promoting this video. No. No wonder I cannot finish this video. No. My heart's racing right now. I can't. Why is this so empty? Quality. Who would do something like this? And you're gonna continue. Tails? Do you know what's going on here? Tails? It's not me, it's bad Wi-Fi. Not again. These things keep staring me. No. This thing's fast. What are you? I am what you need to be. You can't be Sonic. Sonic would never do this. What did you do to Tails? What is your motive? So many questions. Let me show you everything. What is this? Okay, the Chaos Emerald. Seek them out. The Super Emeralds. They're your only hope. These need the Chaos Emeralds for the ritual. Don't complete the ritual. What will happen if it does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. would you like yourself? Okay. I definitely did not like that. I don't like... I only saw 2. Let's get to the 3rd one. We need to finish up.
Hello, gorgeous.
That's my dad out there. Okay, this other one is the short horror story, blah blah blah. Short horror shorts party. I mean, horror shorts party. Disturbing stories. True homeless horror story.
I've lived a long enough life to have heard and seen a lot of unusual things. Of course, having spent many of my years in it, in the state of Florida, I've seen firsthand on several occasions why the infamous Florida man is always making headlines across the country. Heck, I could have been one of those who can tell you without a doubt that no matter how steeled you think you've become against the surprises life throws at you, you're never invincible. Life always holds the power to shock you to your core. I mean, take me for example. I spent...
Hey guys, remember that one scene in Invincible where his father took him and then just holded the train scene? I'm gonna play the clip later on, but yeah.
my years in the military, and I've spent my years in the streets, drifting between one rock and another hard place. But no matter what messed up stuff I have to see go down or deal with, I always bounce back. Well, almost always. Out of everything I've seen, only one thing made me lose my cool.
This next one is called True McDonald's Horror Shorts Party. It says animated. Why is this not animated? And the music is loud.
Working at McDonald's has ruined my life. I thought it would just be a way to save money for the future while I studied at my local college, but it turned out to be the thing that ripped my future from my grasp. It all started in the summertime. I was working the drive-through window, which is as mundane of a routine as anything else you can do at McDonald's. All the orders were passing through my hands and into car windows in one monotonous blur, just like any other day. But despite the sheer number of people that passed by me during that shift, there was one individual who stuck out. The driver of the vehicle she was in was nothing special, just her whipped boyfriend. But her, I remember her. She had this awful helmet-looking wig of ketchup red hair, which just did not go with the rest of her style whatsoever. I tried not to stare. I looked up to the screen where the orders came through to see what they got. Her boyfriend got a Big Mac meal with a large Sprite, and she got a 10-piece McNugget meal with a large High C. That may not seem relevant, but I only say this because I know for a fact that I did everything within my responsibility to make sure they got what they were supposed to. I handed over the drinks first. Then I held out the bag of food. I expected her boyfriend in the driver's seat to grab it, but instead, she reached over and snatched it out of my hands, giving me this dirty, ravenous look as she did it. I see some weird...
You know what I would have done? I'd be like... Wait. Sir, here you go. Oh, you don't want them? Take them. Don't let somebody just wait you out like that. And don't let her snatch. No. You throw. Then you get out of here. You get your day. Yeah.
Things in the drive-thru, so that barely registered anyway. Have a nice day. They sped off out of the drive-thru, and I thought I'd never see them again. I was wrong. The woman with the ridiculously red hair walked inside not a minute later. I saw her as I was grabbing a McFlurry cup from the front. She was standing with her hands at her hips, impatiently waiting to speak to a manager in a very evident manner.
Karen.
By the time I'd made the McFlurry, the manager was with her. I wasn't really paying attention, but I could see she was being nasty for no good reason. I don't know what kind of day the manager was having, but he wasn't having any of this woman's attitude. They started screaming at each other.
You come into my establishment and you insult my employees. What the hell do you think you're doing in here? I ought to take you out back and rip your damn wig off, you...
Okay. We see that the manager, he's a good manager. I'm gonna tap it up for him. Good manager. Some managers will be like, my employees are not working? You are fired.
Piece of shit!
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw her spit in the manager's eye, to which he slapped her in the face.
Ooh.
He immediately regretted throwing hands and disappeared from the counter to go hide in his office. That's when the crazy woman went berserk. She started hollering at the top of her lungs, pushing stuff off the counter and throwing random objects into the kitchen. She threw over a cup of straw.
Animal control. Right there. Right there is your gorilla. I mean orangutan. I wonder when animal control would just take these ballistic animals.
Spilling them all over the floor.
What, y'all think I'm stupid? Think I can't count? I got a 10-piece, not a 9-piece. Maybe I rip off one of your fingers and see how you...
Maybe you just ate one and just said, I'm gonna go scam them to get a free meal. No, we do not allow that. No, no, no.
feel about it.
She was making an awful scene. At that point, I couldn't help but look. Several of my co-workers went to the counter to try and calm her down or get her out of the restaurant, but she was inconsolable.
These people can be had, ne? These people. No, no, no. Can't I just record on a normal day than to just be disturbed by people partying on a Friday?
She pulled on one of those plexiglass barriers that hangs in front of the cash register and hurled it towards somebody.
Oh! Why? Why?
Nearly stabbed their eye out. Still, the corner of the plexiglass sliced them in the temple, spurting blood all down their shirt.
Let me see that witch that gave me my food. Come on, she needs a good beating.
Oh, you're white.
I realized she was talking about me, and that's when she jumped the counter. She locked eyes with me at the window and lunged, but she was caught by a small crowd of employees who got a hold of her and threw her out the door. But she came back. Several times she came back, actually. Every time we thought she was gone, she would storm back in and throw something.
You just hurt somebody in the eye. Now you're just back over and over again.
Something else at the people in the kitchen. Finally, after what
My
felt
ear.
like an eternity, the manager came out and yelled at her.
The cops are on their way. You really want to throw your life away
Right.
over one chicken nugget?
At that, she disappeared. The cops showed up about an hour.
Wow. So some people are that forceful to get their food. They're like, nah, I want my food. I mean, I want my chicken nugget.
Hour later, asked a few questions and took a copy of the security footage. I thought she would eventually get fined a few grand or spend a few nights in jail, but we never got word that she'd been caught. 3 or 4 months passed, the season changed, and I pretty much forgot about the whole thing. Pretty much everyone moved on, even the cops. Then, one day, I was working the drive-thru again, and I saw her. She came back
Why are you
with her
smiling?
boyfriend and ordered the exact same thing. My heart sank to the floor when she came up to the window. I recognized her immediately. She still wore that same awful red wig, but this time she was even more insane looking. She stared me down with this creepy, deranged smile, like some kind of psycho would look at their next victim. But she didn't say anything. She just took her food and drove off slowly, looking at me through the window until they were out of sight. I thought about calling the cops, but I figured she would leave once she counted all 10 of her nuggets. It gave me a jolt, forcing me to remember her littler rampage back in August, but after a while I wasn't thinking about it. Several hours passed and the sun went down. Then I was done with my shift. Right before I walked out the door, I remembered that I'd seen her that day. Just as a precaution, I got out my keychain and clutched the little pink bottle of pepper spray. I'd had this thing since I was a sophomore in high school, about 6 years, so I was
Whoa.
sure it was expired, but
Jab to the left, jab to the right.
I figured it would be good enough. I pushed open the door and walked out with long, quick strides headed for my car. Within seconds, I heard her walking behind me, racing to catch up with me, coming up so quickly that I was sure she was about to attack. Instinctively, I turned around and sprayed her straight in the eyes. Without bothering
wasn't
to
her.
linger for any reason, I turned back and ran to my car. As I fumbled with my keys looking for the unlock button, I looked back to the woman with the insanely colored hair. She was still standing, but she was staggering. I saw her wipe her eyes vigorously and spit on the ground. Then she looked straight at me. Her eyes were bloodshot. All the
I am sure if you drop them keys, you are the worst possible character to be here.
skin around them swollen and red and covered in thick tears. She bared her teeth like a rabid animal, drooling. She screamed horridly, then charged at me unhindered. I pulled open the car door and jumped inside, locking it behind me. I thought I was safe, but before I could even calm my nerves enough to start my car, I saw a rock bashing into the window, smashing it like a wine glass. I shrieked, and then her hands came through the window.
Bro, just at the time you could have just started the car and dipped.
They grabbed me by the hair and yanked me through the door, all over the shards of glass and dropping me on the pavement while still grasping at my scalp.
You're gonna
She
die.
struck me in the face repeatedly, using her nails like claws.
I knew this character was weak. Bro, you're back. You could just jab.
Cutting my face and eyes, splitting my lip and scarring my cheeks.
This will teach you to disrespect me, you little punk. You gon' remember me.
I don't know how long I was taking that for. I didn't fight back. I just clutched my car
'Cause you
keys so
weak.
she wouldn't steal it. Eventually, I heard my manager come out and start yelling. That's when the crazy woman dropped me to the ground and ran off, disappearing once again. And what's worse, the police still haven't found her. They don't care enough about me to go looking, I guess. But she ruined my life. I quit my job after that day, and I moved back into my parents' house. I even missed my college graduation because my face was so messed up. I'm too scared to go outside. I'm just worried that I'm going to run into her.
There's a thing called it. Oh wait, I have a Nerf gun.
And she'll recognize me all over again.
The customer begins to argue with a worker over her order. There was no audio, but witnesses told police that the customer became verbally abusive toward the staff. That's when the situation turned violent. The customer tried to get behind the counter and had to be pushed back out the door by other workers. When she couldn't get behind the counter, she started throwing things. For the next 4 minutes, the woman with the red hair threw everything she could get her hands on over the counter.
Whoa.
Wet floor signs, a trash can, plastic order numbers, another wet floor sign.
Dang.
Before leaving the restaurant, she grabs a big promotional sign and heaves it over the counter. Then she finally walks out.
Call animal control. Oh, this one's too graphical. I cannot. No. It's too graphical, and y'all guys can call up YouTube and be like, yo, this guy right here be watching graphical stuff. Get him out of here. So no. You're not gonna watch it. But I am after this. What next? Not gonna watch another horror. Nope. After what I just saw. Made stories. Okay. What next? That scared me. We're not gonna watch okay, let's just continue the thing.
Made me lose my cool, and I think it was down, which was, of course,
the last one.
I've lived a long enough life to have heard and seen a lot of unusual things. Of course, having spent many of my years in the state of Florida, I've seen firsthand on several occasions why the infamous Florida man is always making headlines across the country. Heck, I could have been one of those Florida men back in the day. But I can tell you without a doubt that no matter how steeled you think you've become against the surprises life throws at you, you're never invincible. Life always holds the power to
Pause. Let me just get off.
shock you to your core. I mean, take me for example. I spent my years in the military, and I've spent my years on the streets, drifting between one rock and another hard place. But no matter what messed up stuff I have to see go down or deal with, I always bounce back. Well, almost always. Out of everything I've seen, only one thing made me lose my cool. And I think it was just the sheer unexpectedness of it. Just that I didn't think anything like it could ever happen in broad daylight in the middle of...
This is not that much scary. Other Lily. Okay, some Coca-Cola or Oka-Ola. Make sure Beth goes to bed before 10. What time is it? Okay, she's asleep. Got it. Oh, she drew a little picture. Got it. Ah, that's kind of cool. Lily, me, other Lily, little Lily, Beth. Okay. Oh, and what I meant to say was, should I continue Ice Cream? Cause I need to finish it. POV, 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 POV. Sleep paralyzation. Oh, that was not that scary. It's just a little one, I don't know. Phone doesn't work. Phone not working in a horror movie is the meanest thing ever to happen. Cause once your phone doesn't, she woke up. Don't put us in POV, 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 POV. Oh yeah. Behind you. Oh. Shit. Oh no. You hit the kid. 3 a.m. The best possible time to have okay. Oh, that was Hello guys, thank you for watching. That was such an amazing and scary second episode of the Spooky Scary Sunday Back Horror Kitchen. But like not I'm trying to recreate it since he's not there. And Corey, if you're watching, please collab.